Libraries subscribe to databases that cost a lot of money. Right in the beginning, establish a protocol that's suitable for you to manage the information you're gathering. Whether you use ProSite, EndNote, Reference Manager, or if you just use an Excel spreadsheet or do it in Word, begin immediately to manage the information that you're finding. Evaluate the sources that you use. As I said earlier, that going to the web is good, but going to the web can be treacherous as well. Anybody can put anything on the web. Not all the sources are authoritative. So evaluate the sources that you use. You want to make sure you're using high-quality information. You want to know that it comes from an authoritative source. You wouldn't go for medical information to the American Association of Plumbers or something like that. You go to an authoritative source. Timeliness. How up to date is this information? Do they update it regularly? Are you using the most current information? These are the general types of resources. Books, journals, databases, reports, the gray literature, patents. There are other odds and ends of kinds of things, but let's talk about these general categories of things. Books is a great place to begin. These links or URLs will take you out to some of the largest, most useful, publicly available databases of books. Thomas is the Library of Congress of the United States in Washington. The Library of Congress is just about the largest library in the world and has a wealth of resources. And again, it gives you a lot of information about what books exist, when they were published, who authored them. Seeing who authored key books, or who were editors of key books, also gives you a clear list of individuals whose research you may want to investigate in the journal literature. Journals. Journals provide a source of several important kinds of information. I think the most important thing you'll find in the journals is the actual reports of new knowledge, the results of other research efforts, and that's in the articles, which will give you a complete description of an effort, or conference abstracts, which may kind of tickle your curiosity, and you may have to seek further for the full conference presentation that's available. Databases. Actually, library catalogs are a kind of a database. A database is a collection of records that's organized, accessible, meaning searchable, and they're targeted. They have selected information. For instance, a lot of people know about PubMed or Medline, which is produced by the National Library of Medicine. But that's a database that is intended for practicing physicians, so it's very clinically oriented. And it only covers about 1,800 to 2,000 medical journals. Some databases are citation information only. PubMed, for instance, is principally citation information. But a database can be anything. It can be videos, it can be images, it can be data sets. So you should be looking for databases that have the content that is pertinent to your research topic. Commercial databases are very high quality, they're updated regularly, they're generally expensive. Government databases tend to be also high quality and free. They may also be updated with good frequency. They're not necessarily as comprehensive as the commercial databases. There are also a lot of academic sponsored databases. Universities often have databases in areas where they are known. They have a research expertise in a particular area, and they may sponsor and host a database in a particular subject area. And that is something that you should explore because those are also very high quality and are maintained, managed by people who are experts in the field. Databases target specific audiences. Some are intended research level, graduate research level. Others are intended at the high school level. So you should be using databases appropriate to your ability and your level of expertise. And you should check your local library and see what they have to offer. There are a series of databases by the H.W. Wilson Company that are more popular at public level than all the public libraries have. They may not give you the depth and comprehensiveness that you need for a research project. And databases also are structured to reflect the specific knowledge area. For instance, in biosis, You can search by the scientific taxonomy, species name, family name, or general. You can search them by phylogeny. In chemical extract, you can search by actual substructures of molecules. You can actually put the image of the substructure into the Sightline research software and actually search molecules. Every subject area has databases that have these unique kinds of fields and qualities that are searchable and that you can use in order to leverage your search strategy to target research and hone in on only those things that are of use to you. So there are special vocabularies. Medical databases will use medical terminology. If you're not familiar with that, you should get some help from a librarian that knows medical terminology and how the hierarchy is structured so that you use the right terms in order to pull back the results that are going to be useful to you. Reports. There is a lot of report literature. Government agencies produce a lot of reports. They have great information in them. They're usually free. Government reports are often not included in other kinds of databases. Industry produces a lot of interesting reports. You will find some reports available at company websites, for instance. Associations and professional groups produce reports of various kinds. There are marketing studies, statistical information, demographic information. All of these things are available. Some of them can be very expensive. You should explore what's available to you. The federal government and federal agencies of various kinds are great sources of information. You can go to the CDC, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the Census Department, NIH specifically will find PubMed. All of the large government departments, states as well, the Canadian provinces, other countries, explore their government agency websites because government agencies and departments have great information that does not make it into the databases. Great literature. These are other kinds of things that are more difficult to identify or to find, but can be very useful. Some of this sort of thing is what's called marketing collateral, and it can give you useful pointers as to where you can find other sources of information. Finally, I want to comment on ethics in conducting your research project. Keep excellent records in whatever way is most convenient for you. Cite your resources correctly, and if you need assistance with that, there are many different formats. Use a standard, find out what's recommended, and use that standard, or they give you a choice, pick one, and follow it. Learn about digital object identifiers and how to properly cite sources that you can use from the web. Give credit where it's due. Verify your facts. Be honest. And know something about copyright protections and honor. The United States has probably some of the most strict copyright laws in the world. And you should be aware of the rights that belong to the person who holds the content copyright and not abuse those. If you have questions or if there are any issues regarding that, consult the librarian, consult a lawyer. There's a fair amount of leeway or freedoms in an academic situation for students to use material, but there are limits to it. And if you have questions, you should seek the answer to that. And so, finally, in summary, seek advice. Go ask. Use your library. Your advisor and your librarian are your two best friends. Consult appropriate resources. Target the resources that are going to have the information in your area of expertise. Don't waste your time searching and wandering through lots of resources that are not going to hold the kind of information that you need. Behave ethically and have a really great time discovering.